The Nether Star was added to Minecraft a very long time ago, yet not many have tried to figure out why and for what purpose it was added to the game. How did the developers even come up with the idea for a beacon? Why does the Nether Star drop only from the Wither? And what, then, is contained within one of Minecraft's two bosses that, upon its death, drops such a powerful and explosion-resistant item? Also, I'm sure you haven't yet answered the question, for example, of why when the Wither kills mobs, it throws a Wither Rose at them. And what does that even mean? I know, there are really a lot of questions. I've said almost nothing about this mysterious item on my channel, so get ready for a fascinating story from the world of Minecraft. Sit back, Raymond here, and we're starting Life Theories. Let's start with the history of adding the Nether Star. I'm sure you'll never guess where the idea to add this artifact to Minecraft came from. Well, okay. Some viewers might know that the Nether Star was added to Minecraft because Notch, the lead developer of Minecraft at the time in 2012, was inspired by Terraria, where each boss dropped its own unique item, or even several items. Back then, Minecraft only had the Ender Dragon, which dropped only experience, and also spawned the Dragon Egg, essentially an artifact, but also a trinket simultaneously, with no use other than to place it in a trophy display case. With the addition of the Wither, some unique item was needed that would drop only from it and simultaneously be useful. And that's how they added the Wither, the Nether Star, and the Beacon, which gives the player beneficial effects to Minecraft. To understand how the Nether Star works, let's examine how the Beacon works, as it is the only item that can be crafted from the star. And no, I won't be explaining how to build a pyramid of precious metals so that everything is wonderful for you in Minecraft. Let's instead look at the flip side of the beacon, how this thing works from a theoretical perspective. Where does the beam come from, and how does it emit such strong light from just one block? To create a beacon, obsidian is used as a solid base to stabilize the star, and glass on top, probably to focus the energy upward. And the glass can indeed affect the beacon beam. It can even be colored that way. Okay. The glass is clear. As for obsidian, why exactly obsidian and not some other material, say netherite or something else? It's not just that obsidian is durable and helps contain the power of the star inside. Obsidian has plenty of other useful properties, one of which is that it acts as a conductor, like an ordinary wire. Look, at the bottom of the beacon, with 9 blocks we only have a few effects active. We add more, and we get more options through the beacon. And now a question for you. How did this happen? And if you don't know the answer, I'll explain it all to you. The blocks here are used as fuel, and the beacon is like a furnace. We add more firewood, we get more light and heat. It's the same with the beacon. More effects for the player. We also need a connecting element between the fuel for the beacon in the form of precious metal blocks and the Nether Star itself. This element is obsidian, which is located in the lower part of the beacon, and is in direct contact with the blocks. If you still doubt that obsidian can collect energy within itself, then just look at crying obsidian. It constantly drips some kind of purple liquid. It's literally full of energy. And what could that be? Here is a regular portal, and here are ruined portals. This is exactly where crying obsidian is found. If you don't see the difference, I'll show it to you. The internal matter of the portal. It exists here, but not here. Ordinary dark obsidian suddenly started leaking some incomprehensible energy of the same color as the portal. Don't you find that strange? That the ruined portals, which are very old, over time managed to absorb the energy of the portal, and instead of regular obsidian, crying obsidian is found here. I think you see the obvious connection yourself. That's exactly how obsidian works in a beacon. It takes energy and releases it. Now about the Nether Star itself. After all, let's not forget that the video is ultimately about this mysterious artifact. What could possibly be in it? That, at a minimum, it emits light, and at a maximum, gives the player many beneficial effects. The star drops from the Wither. Let's figure out what one of the 2 bosses in the Minecraft world represents. We assemble it from a Wither skeleton skulls. But how does it happen that this construction can just activate like that? Let's put it this way. I'll remind you that soul sand only reacts to heat. That is, if I light a blue fire on it, which, by the way, is called soul fire, when it burns, souls are released. Even the piglins that inhabit the Nether are afraid of this. At first I thought they were just running around amusingly, but then I realized that their running from soul fire is very well founded. So, Soul sand reacts with fire, heat releases souls from the soil, and that's how the enchantment called Soul Speed works. By the way, I made a separate theory about that, so if you're interested in learning a bit more about Minecraft, a hint will be on the screen. Anyway, if you want to see for yourself that souls really fly away, then the question arises, why does the sand react with the wither skeleton skull? It's simple. Look, here's an ordinary skeleton. It burns in lava. And here's a wither skeleton. It doesn't burn in lava because it has already burned long ago and is itself heated to high temperatures. Essentially, this explains the principle of how the wither structure works. If we place burning skulls, or rather 3 whole skulls, souls are released and the wither appears, a concentration of pure evil souls, a boss that attacks absolutely all living things, well, obviously except the undead, and it even buffs the undead. Concentrating within itself simultaneously many souls and inexhaustible rage, it literally explodes due to energy oversaturation, bringing destruction throughout the world. But suddenly a player appears, that is, you and me. We kill this wither, and a star filled with energy drops, an artifact that can be used to create a beacon. A couple of questions remain about the wither itself. In recent versions, it was slightly reworked, namely by adding the ability that, when killing ordinary mobs, it throws a wither rose. Here we can draw a parallel between the wither boss and an ordinary iron golem. If a golem is a kind protector of the village, and it gives flowers to the villagers, then the wither throws a wither rose in memory of the killed. Why the developers decided to add such a thing remains a mystery to me, but the mechanic of this rose is pretty cool. If a player approaches it, they receive the wither effect for some time while near it. By the way, about bees and how they will react to this flower. As you know, our winged friends love to pollinate flowers. But what about this one? What if they fly up to such a flower? I've said it before, only once. On the Java edition, bees try to pollinate the rose but take damage and fly away. But in the Bedrock edition, they do it remotely, as if not touching the flower itself. And other mobs, including the player, when approaching such a wither rose, take damage. This is the feature they gave the wither in Update 1.14. With that, my theory has come to an end. Rate it with a like and subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of interesting stuff about Minecraft here. And also write how you liked this video, what you liked and what you didn't. I'll be interested to read. While I'm saying goodbye to you, this was Raymond. Good luck to everyone. Bye-bye for now.